We would be honored if you would join us. Dad? Drop it! Groovy.
This is Video Store Clerks. Welcome to the store.
Oh, it does that shit again.
It does that shit again. There we go. Now we're all here. Hey, everybody. What's up? Welcome to the Video Store Clerks Podcast. We are back with you, and the four horsemen of the video store are back. Horsemen on duty, taking care of horseman business. Well, there we go. There we go. Woo.
Like shit.
Thank you.
We'll
We'll get that right one of these times.
No.
Anyway.
We gotta up the budget.
Yeah, we don't have enough. Well, we are your clerks tonight. I'm Dave.
Jamie. Mike.
Chuck.
Beautiful. And tonight, we honor the late, great Roger Corman by talking about the Fantastic Four movie. Just kidding. We're doing Piranha.
Whoa, Fantastic Four. Did he have something to do with that, like the old one a long time ago?
Yeah, it was what, like 1992-ish?
Oh, okay. I didn't know that was one of his.
Something like that. I don't know. Anyway, that was a bad joke. But once again, this week's movie is the 1978 Joe Dante directed Piranha. But first, we will start the program as we always do with the news. Get that shit out.
A fishy. Oh, what's a lovely little fish.
And coming up at 5:47, we'll tell you about the Flow Master competition here at the Hawaiian Letters Adventure Park. I don't think this rain jacket is really working. You're watching KITV4, your Island Television News this morning. We'll be right back. How the heck did I get this job?
I got my fitting for tonight's feature.
Insert obligatory she's wet joke.
Oh my, starting off with the box office. It was a disastrous weekend.
Perfect.
In the North American box office.
Perfect.
I'll put it to you this way. The top 10 movies. This is the summertime movies now. The grand total was $61 million. That is all 10 movies in the summer season. That is horrible. I can't remember a time other than the pandemic that it did so bad.
Hey,
Number 10. Some movie called Summer Camp brought in $1.1 million.
Never heard of that.
Fuck. Number 9. Some movie called Ezra brought in $1.2 million.
Fuck that movie. I don't know what it's about.
Number 8. Debuting In a Violent Nature brought in $2.2 million.
I've heard great things. I can't
That's
see
actually
it.
not too bad.
I can't wait to see that.
Lucky number 7. Some movie called Hakua, The Dumpster Battle.
I'm sorry. What was that again? I want you to repeat that again for me, please. What was the name of that title?
Some movie. Haku, The Dumpster Battle.
Okay. I was just making sure I
Brought
heard
in, you heard me, right? It brought in $3.6 million.
IKEA, the dumpster baby.
Number 6.
Garbage. Garbage day.
One. What is The Strangers? I keep hearing about this movie, but
What?
never seen the other ones.
The Strangers?
No idea what you're all talking
Fucked
about.
up guys in masks go to houses and fuck people.
Yeah, that was on the poster. It looked like The Purge. Well, it brought in 3.7. 37.
Dave doesn't watch movies.
The Strangers, man. I gotta say though, I was told that
I'm working a shitty video.
this first one, because I'm a big fan of the original. I hated the second one because it whatever.
I like the first one too.
Strange.
First one's great, but it's creepy. Is whatever. The second one not so good. Now I have been told this one is very similar to the original, but there's 2 other movies coming after it, so they're not going to be based on anything, just like fresh ideas, basically. Like so, But I was told that was not too bad, so I'm all for it.
I don't know.
Not a fan.
All right, well, whatever. Moving on.
Moving on to number 5.
Hater
The
shit.
Fall Guy. 4.2 million.
Lee Majors.
Number 4. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes brought in 9 million.
Woo.
Whoopity doo. Oh shit.
How you doing?
That was good. Number 3, the Ryan Reynolds movie If brought in $11 million.
It's down to 3 already. It was number 1 2 weeks ago.
I'm gonna see that. I was told it's pretty good.
Number 2, Furiosa, the Mad Max prequel,
Hell
brought
yeah.
in $11 million. And a side note to that, the poor box office from this film has put the brakes on any future Mad Max movies.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, they were supposed to do a sequel with what's his name, Hardy.
Yeah.
But
So they're not gonna do any more after this one?
Nope, it's all
Man.
over. Kiss it goodbye.
Oh,
There's-
Whitman is gonna be one sad man. He loves it. Like he's a big Mad Max guy and shit.
Yeah, Furiosa got a bunch of good reviews too, but that didn't. Nope.
I would've
And the
loved-
number
I
one
would've loved
movie
it.
this past weekend, Garfield. $14 million was the number 1 movie.
Okay. There's a lot
Again,
of kids
that
these
is the
days.
summer
I get
season,
it.
ladies and gentlemen.
I get it. There's a lot more kids these days than there ever has been, probably. So that makes sense. But
Do kids even know who the fuck Garfield is anymore?
oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know.
In all honesty, though, like I'm kind of shocked. Yeah, I am kind of shocked that that. I don't know. It's kind of like Scooby Doo. You pass it down, and so like all the kids end up liking it. Even though Scooby Doo's 10 times fucking better, and I hate Chris Pratt, and I thought the fucking ones with Bill Murray were a lot better. That's that's my favorite things about being a parent. I can watch all this ridiculous shit and fucking justify it.
Well, that's where, like, I don't look for the box office to really pick back up until Deadpool comes out, and that's at the end of July. So
I'm looking
I don't
forward
know.
to that shit.
Well, it's like I said, it's the summertime, man. Fucking everybody's going out. The weather's nice. Fuck the movies. We're going to the beach.
Go to the drive-in. You can find one.
but it used to be, I don't know. It used to be different. I mean, remember when the Avengers came out in 2012? That's me. Anyway, in other news,
That time.
Chris Hemsworth is in talks to be the lead in the Transformers G.I. Joe crossover movie. I'm assuming he's going to play Duke.
Optimus Prime.
It's going to be badass. I'll be there. I'll probably be the only one out of us there, but goddamn it, I'll be there.
I was just thinking of that video that's going around with that one chick
Ooh.
that has it's that really like fucked up looking girl, and it's like it's got like her voice, and she's like, "I'm Optimus Prime." Whatever, we'll talk later. It's pretty funny. It's bad, but it's pretty funny. I don't give a fuck.
Share in the group chat.
Well, okay.
In other news, and kind of some surprising news, Bill Skarsgård has just signed on to be Pennywise in the Welcome to Derry TV show, or show on Max, whatever. I thought he always was attached, but apparently not. They just now got him.
He wasn't supposed to be in it.
I just saw some news thing where they were talking to him, and he was saying he was pissed off at the studio. Like whenever it was getting ready to come out, before they showed some stills or whatever of him as Pennywise before the movie came out, and they were still filming, and he got pissed off because he didn't want people to see it, and there was like, it already felt like a ton of pressure, trying to reprise the role, and fucking once that hit the internet and all the people were like, mixed reviews about it, their opinions and everything, it just put more pressure on him. So he was kind of pissed at the studio that they released the images early.
I could see that. Understandable.
Making it-
Oh, a new Predator movie is on the way too,
Great.
and it found its star.
Awesome.
Ellie Fanning.
So far they're doing great with those sequels.
It will be called Badlands, and it will be set in the future.
That was going to be called Bloodline.
That's all we know. Oh God,
yeah. Predator, Bloodline. It's gonna suck. Any movie that says it's Bloodline is gonna suck.
Just skip.
Used to be a cool fucking like tagline, Bloodlines. Now it just tells you the movie's gonna suck. Truth.
And speaking of Predator, kind of, sort of, the Alien Romulus new trailer dropped today, as the Venom 3 trailer. What was that? That was yesterday.
Yeah.
Didn't that come out yesterday? So check them out. I'm fucking stoked for Alien Romulus, man. I'm gonna fucking be there. Best believe.
Does it look good?
Oh yeah. Oh
It looks dope.
I'll check it out here in a little while.
Venom 3 looks dope. Sucks is going to be the last one.
Because it was like when
Or is it?
when Alvarez first signed on to do the new Alien movie, I was like, oh shit, because he's the dude that did the Evil Dead remake, which I was dead set against until I saw it.
Love that Evil Dead remake.
So I'm down.
I'm cool with it.
In other news, Beetlejuice news. Details about Willem Dafoe's character have been revealed. He will play a character called Wolf Jackson. Wolf Jackson.
Is he a werewolf?
I don't think so. He's the head of the Afterlife Crimes Unit.
Of course he is. What?
So that's going to be great. Like, I'm sold right there.
Tim Burton, come on.
And finally, let's leave.
There's no law in the afterlife, motherfucker.
Why?
I don't know, because I did it that way. I didn't mean to. Usually I do the depressing part first and then do the happy news last, but I fucked it up because I haven't been here for like a month.
Oh, so we're going to leave it on a depressing note on this one. Okay, come on, let's do it.
Woo. And we'll see you guys next week.
Fuck it. Let's just leave on that note. All right, let's go on to the Piranha.
The Piranha.
Or Piranha.
Piranha.
No the.
I like calling it the
Piranha.
I'm a piranha. I'm a piranha. I'm a fucking piranha, man. Shit. So you guys watched all these movies? I just watched the one.
I watched. I went back and watched
Piranha
all
Marathon. Shit.
Dude, the only one that I didn't watch was the remake from '95, which I, for whatever reason, thought the '80s. But I haven't watched that one. But going back and watching all of these, I've had fun watching every one of them that I've watched. And the original, man, I'll tell you, people are going to get shitty with me about this, maybe not agree with me, but I'd rather watch Piranha than Jaws any fucking day.
Oh, sacrilege, sir.
Don't give a fuck.
All right, that was Chuck.
Wow.
See you next week.
This movie is
Wow.
not fucking. This movie, it's short, sweet, to the point. There's more kills. Like it's not. It doesn't take itself too goddamn seriously.
No, it doesn't.
And it's not boring. It's not like, oh, I'm going to be paranoid for fucking 45 minutes about something happening and nothing's going to happen. Oh, something's going to happen. Nope, you get exactly what you want in this one. And I Jaws is a great movie for what it is, but when it comes down to big fish, small fish, whatever fish, yellow fish, blue fish, green fish, Piranha is way up here and Jaws is down here for me.
Turned into a fucking Dr. Seuss book.
Yeah. Angry fish, cannibal fish,
See, I like
red
Piranha,
fish,
but
black fish.
Jaws is up there, probably one of my top 10s of all time.
It's a great movie. And even Richard Dreyfuss makes an appearance in Double D. Or in
No,
it's 3D.
3D. 3D.
Yeah.
I like Double D.
Don't we all? Another thing I love about these movies. But I love the fact that he's in that because like you almost get like I saw it as, oh, it's the guy from Jaws, like it's the same character, and now he's being taken out by Piranha. That's kind of funny.
I mean, he's dressed just like Hooper.
I think he is. I think that's who it's supposed
He
to be.
really is.
Like,
Hello, Sarah.
Sewa.
Hello.
Well, Steven Spielberg did say that Piranha is his favorite Jaws knockoff movie.
I mean, it's like Jaws, just with fucking tiny fish with fucking sharp ass teeth. I've always been big into piranhas though. Even back when I was a kid, when was it License to Kill? What was the James Bond movie? It was the guy was only James Bond one time, and it had
Richard Grieco.
Oh,
What
it
was it?
Looks to Kill.
No, wrong
That's a great movie, man. That's a great
It's
movie.
a good movie.
That's an underrated classic, man. That shit
We'll
used to
talk
come
about
on
that, though.
I'm
all
the
the
first
time. Yes.
In one of the James Bond movies,
Piranha
there's
tank.
there's a piranha tank in one of them, and I was just the fact because all the bad guys in these movies and shit, they always have to show how the piranhas are and all that, and like I just it always amazed me. Like watching National Geographic shit, they can eat a whole human within like 5 minutes, like with a fucking swarm of them, like they're amazing. And the thing is, like they can't. It's not like Jaws. Like, okay, he snaps you down, you're in half, you're gone. These motherfuckers want you to feel the pain, and I think that they're terrifying. It makes me not want to get in the water, even though I don't even want to get in the water in the first place. It just makes the point that I'm never going to get in the water ever again. Whatever. But I think Piranha is just 10 times scarier. The fact there's a bunch of them. Now, granted, again, Jaws is one of the greatest movies of all time, and I will not argue that. And fucking shark is fucking terrifying. But I find this just a little, I don't know, a little. And plus, this movie, there's more to this than just regular fish, than just piranhas, because there's characters and creatures and all kinds of shit, which we'll get into. But yeah, I do love this movie though. I do. I love all these movies.
Cover up.
Aaron, what's up, brother?
You only live twice was the James Bond movie.
Senor, Sir Sturdy.
Did they have laser beams on their heads?
No, they did not.
Oh.
Throw me a freaking bone here.
Well, by the way these movies go, you're kind of like you almost are shocked that they don't have laser beams on their head by the end of it.
After the second one. Shit.
Oh yeah, I mean they start they start learning how they fly. They learn to walk. Christopher Lloyd's telling us that they're able to walk now. They're able to walk. Like, what the fuck is going to happen now? Whatever. I'm way jumping down the line here.
Yeah.
One toke over the line.
I promise. Yeah, I'm kind of wired tonight because I had a lot of sugar and caffeine. I promise.
Yeah.
It's sugar and caffeine. That is all.
Thank you,
Sarah.
All right. Well, thank you, Aaron.
So yeah, the 1978 Piranha came out the same time Jaws 2 did, and Universal Pictures tried to get it pulled, and Spielberg was just like, "No, it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool, man."
Yeah. I was like, "That's fucking awesome, dude. Like nobody does that shit anymore."
Well, let's go through what the movie's about real quick before we really get into it.
Operation Razor Teeth.
That's a different movie.
But no, you want me to do this or?
Oh, let's see. So our film starts with two teenagers that find an abandoned military compound. That's how these movies always start, kids. And they go skinny dipping. Oh shit! But it's not a Friday the 13th movie. No, they're in a holding pool.
Holding poo. They're in a holding poo.
They're holding poo.
I'm cut off. I'm cut off.
This movie got weird.
But they are attacked and they're killed by an unseen force that we find out later is a fucking swarm of government fucking experimented piranhas and shit. What else do you need? Goddamn.
They're carnivorous.
Well, first off, we'll say
Oh,
this.
you want more details?
No, that's pretty much where it all starts, and then the shit gets leaked out into
Shit gets real.
It gets leaked out into the water where it ends up going to a camp and all kinds of shit. But I just wanted to say though that even from the beginning of this movie, there's a lot of this movie that doesn't make any fucking sense. Like the logic is just kind of like fucked up. Like,
yeah,
I kind of thought that too.
Well, it's like, okay, if you go into a locked off area where there's like pool, whatever the fuck, like, you don't. I wouldn't want to get in the water. I don't know what the fuck's in there, especially if it's like,
He even says something to her. He's like, "What if this is toxic waste or something like that?"
Yeah, and it's like, oh well, I mean, titties. I mean,
Titties!
like, I mean, I understand. Like, I mean, boobs, can make us do crazy things. Jumping into what could potentially be a pile of sludge, or I don't know, fucking flesh-eating piranha. I'm not going to take the chance. There's a lot of stupid moves from a lot of people in this fucking movie. There really are. I do love this movie, but Jesus fucking Christ, there's a lot of dum-dums in this movie. I mean, you got the kids jumping in there being fucking stupid, and then like there's reports of them missing. So then there's like this whole big investigation. The girl, the woman investigator goes out. I can't remember the fucking names of the people. I'm horrible about that shit. And then she ends up finding an old mountain man, and they end up going up to that whole facility. The place is still filled up, and they think it's a good idea to just drain it. They don't bother to ask questions. Maybe maybe you shouldn't.
Hey,
and they just go, and then you got old man Withers come out of nowhere. Like he's like I can't remember what else he's on, but he's always just like a creepy ass old man.
Hey, Kevin McCarthy. I always think of UHF when I see him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Sometimes you just got to drain it. All right, and you don't have time to ask questions.
Yeah. Well, it's the 70s. Nobody asked questions in the 70s.
But if a professor is running at me in a place that's supposed to be abandoned, that's got running like water and weird creatures and all that shit, and he's sitting there going, "Don't do that," I'm gonna go, maybe I should listen to you for a second and understand why I shouldn't do this, instead of going, "No, I'm gonna beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna do this anyway." And it's like, oh no. You just put your daughter in danger. It's in the camp down the road. This is all your fault. They're the judge in this movie. Just for the record, the main characters in this movie are the judge of this movie. They cause the issues. Now, granted, the government and the old professor guy shouldn't have been doing this shit in the first place, but everything was going fine till a couple of dumb kids.
Even whenever they're on the Huckleberry Finn raft, they're fucking talking to the dude, and he's like, "You're not putting this shit on me. Like, you're the ones that fucking opened the goddamn floodgates."
Well, I mean, that's the other thing about that. Sorry, Mike, I didn't mean to cut you off. But there was something else that I thought was really stupid. So when they're out on that fucking raft, and they're going out there down the lake or whatever whatever the fuck it is, it's a river or lake. Is it the river?
Probably a river.
The river. Okay. And they're going down, they're doing that whole shit. And then there's a little girl trapped on. Is a little girl or boy? Whatever. It's a child, and they're on a boat that's turned over, right? And so when I see the professor going, "Oh no, we can't do this. This is horrible," and I think he's going to jump in the water and go the opposite direction because he's going to sacrifice himself for that child. Nope. He's going to go swim right to that kid and bring all them piranhas right up his ass. And then he acts shocked when they eat him.
Movie. Like, everyone is like anxious to jump in the water for some reason. It's really
whenever in all these fucking movies, and every one of them, like, authorities are going, "Hey, you shouldn't go in there. You really shouldn't. Oh, it's not fun. You need to get out." And then like, "Oh, there's a bunch of kids getting their asses chewed out from the bottom of a fucking tire." Like, ooh, like nobody wants to. I mean, okay, let me rephrase that.
Okay.
Some people like their ass eaten, but not in that way. And that just seems like it would be the most painful thing. Like, oh, I'm just on a raft, having a great day, having a drink. Oh no, a piranha is up my bunghole and going through the insides, just over and over until like it just goes out the mouth. Sorry, it's been a long week. But like I don't know, like the guy at the camp is being told, "Hey, you don't let the kids into the fucking like water. There's bad shit out there." He's like, "Oh, you've been drinking again, haven't you?" I'm sorry, but if my main job is to protect these fucking kids, I'm gonna fucking be like, maybe there's more to this than, hey, kids out by the lake smoking weed and having sex. Considering the fact these kids are really young, that'd be kind of weird anyway. But he seems really worried about the counselors more than anything at certain points. But I don't know. It's just like there's people, everybody makes really horrible shit. Like they have like, "I'm going to take this chance." And it's like, why? Why would you do that? You've seen the results. There's old Betty Blue back there floating. Half her body's gone. Why are you in the water? Why? And the camp counselor, and he gets the fucking piranha on his face. He's like, "Oh," they start attacking. And it's like, what were you expecting? You were told I've been drunk many times in my life, and I've never thought, hey, what a great idea to prank my kids' camp and tell them there's piranhas in the water. Never has that ever been a good idea to me. Therefore, I don't understand why a camp, what do you call him? The main dude, the head counselor, or whatever the fuck. Like, why would he ignore that? You wouldn't ignore that. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Like,
because he's
holy fucking shit, right, Sarah?
Because Paul Grogan is a fucking notorious drunk, man. He's a drunkard.
Yeah, and I get that. But
imagine, okay, picture the most, there's got to be some guy. There's always some fucking drunk or some fucked up guy around the cities. Like, even in our small town, there's like fucked up people. You're like, oh, we always know that guy's fucked up.
We're two of them.
There you go. But are you going to believe anything this fucking guy says? He's all fucked up all the time.
I'm going to be weary of what he says, but when it's something like that, it's like, okay.
If some guy that you know is drunk all the time, just a fucking piece of shit, drunk asshole, comes up to you and is like, hey, there's piranha in this fucking hole.
First I'm going to go, shut up, Twan. And then, I don't know who's watching, but no, like the thing, even with that, I know I've known many drunkards, many good friends of mine are drunkards. And a lot of them actually, like, when they're talking shit like that, they're talking truth in some form or another. So like you always have to check that shit out. It's like, well, fucking, Bobby's over there drunk off his ass on moonshine. He's talking about fucking money there by down the river. I don't know if it's real or not, but he says it's a lot of money in that box, and I feel like maybe we should go take a look. Like you always have that one friend, and then you get there and you're like, Bobby, you son of a bitch, and then you beat his ass, call him a liar, and kick him in the river. In this case, he gets eaten by piranhas. But
so if we're all hanging out and these guys get fucked up and tell you there's piranha down the road in the fucking river, we're gonna go fucking investigate.
If it depends on how serious they are, because I know them by this point.
I'm totally serious, dude. Look at my
there's so bad. I get down there, there's a bunch of rubber fucking.
There's piranhas in that river, dude. I'm gonna call fucking.
If somebody tells me there's piranhas in a fucking river, I'm not putting my foot in. I don't care if it's a joke or not. Hey, that's there's a sign. And you know what? It just goes down to these fucking movies. Everybody's like, hey, don't go in. No, we're serious. Don't. Hey, you probably shouldn't. Now you have no limbs. You have no limbs, and you didn't listen. There's a moral to this whole this whole franchise too, and it's everyone's stupid, and you should just have logic.
Well, if the town drunkard did call and tell me that there was piranha in the lake, I would think something's fishy. But I would definitely take it into consideration. But besides that, like you said earlier, going back a little bit, backtracking, whenever they're in the abandoned fucking military facility and they're getting ready to flush the shit, they're thinking that fucking there's dead bodies there because she's the Maggie chick is a skip tracer, so she's trying to track down those two people. Yeah. She finds the necklace out by the water and then finds their backpack and packet, hiking stuff in there. So whenever the guy comes running at him, it's like, don't do that. Like, the first instinct is, hey, this fucking guy probably killed him. So, you're not going to be stopped and be like, hey, I want to listen to what this guy has to say. It's a confrontation right at the gate.
But logically, you should.
But who in their right mind would think, oh, I'm releasing fucking.
That's why you don't turn it on. What they should have done, okay, if they were unsure of the situation, before turning that fucking thing, they should have knocked his ass out, waiting for him to wake up, and have him all tied up and shit like you'd actually see in most movies, and be like, hey, why do we do this? Violence? Huh?
Well, I mean, the same thing kind of happens later in the film whenever he tries to get to the dam controller guy. Whenever he's just like, hey, don't open that. And then the guy just stops. Yeah. Like, there's no explanation. He's just like, hey,
don't do that.
Hey, stop what you're doing right there, man.
That's one of the things that makes sense. It's usually like the guy's running full blast, for however fucking long. That's another thing that's fucked up in this film is that they hop on this fucking Huckleberry Finn bullshit raft, and it's the fucking slowest thing ever. It's like fucking Lord of the Rings on a raft. Or is it just like, we're just
It's
enjoying
probably the
it.
slowest part of the movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Most of this movie is slow. You were saying it's quick. I thought it was slow as shit.
Really? I was entertained the whole time through.
Oh,
I thought the first 15, 20 minutes was slow. Up until that stop motion creature showed up, I thought it was kind of dragging a little bit.
Yeah.
but
That
like, all of a sudden,
on about it.
But all of a sudden-
there was like little creatures.
they're just fucking rowing their way down row our raft gently down the fucking stream. No, get the fuck on land and run. Like he finally does it after the goddamn fish chew through the ropes and everything, and the raft is fucking dissipated. It's like, oh, now I got to take off running.
He's like, you wait here. I'm gonna go ahead and get ahead.
Yeah.
Fucking just takes off.
Why didn't you just do that?
Weird
from
path.
Why didn't you do that in the first place? Or how about this? How about this is a fucking novel
Sure,
idea.
sure.
Whenever you
So
found
rare a woman asked me that.
whenever you found that old dude with his fucking legs chewed off, why didn't you fucking hijack one of his cars? Fucking take one of his cars and fucking drive down there. Why are you taking this fucking bullshit
See, that's
raft?
another thing. When they,
I would never get on that fucking raft. You wouldn't.
No, I probably wouldn't.
Piranhas or no piranhas, I'm not getting on that stupid fucking raft.
Me and my daughter built this. Oh, cool. I'm gonna
Great.
go this way.
We've never taken it out.
Piranhas
before.
can't walk yet until the third movie. You have fun over
Work.
there,
We don't
walking
know
all
what
down the
works.
line. You know.
It's like we don't know if it works or not. We never had it out. My daughter's afraid of the water.
See, it also goes down to like how much do you want a chance? Like, oh, it should be fine. It should be, or you're okay with becoming food for like
It'll be
man-eating
It just
piranha.
fucking dumps off the doctor's body because it's covered in blood, and they're like, "Fucking fish are eating the ropes. We gotta get the fuck out of here."
Well, like when they escape the military shit and they got the military jeep and they're heading down, they get pulled over. And when the guy's like, "Hey, people are being killed. There's bodies back there, blah, 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 whatever the fuck." And the cop's just like, "All right, whatever. You've had a few to drink. It's all right." Who the fuck comes up with that to make up to get out of a fucking ticket? You know what I mean? Like no one just like, "Hey, there's dead bodies back there. I need to go.
Over and be like,
I just need to get the fuck out of here for no particular reason."
Try that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
There's some good shit. One time I poured mashed potatoes all over me to get out of a speeding ticket.
Let's pause the conversation. Do tell.
Oh, that was interesting. So I was running late to work one day, and of course I had stopped at KFC and got some food, and so I'm speeding, I'm eating, and I'm on my cell phone. Kids, don't try this at home. And fucking of course I get pulled over. So I was like, oh shit. So I fucking took the mashed potatoes and just fucking poured them on me. And fucking the woman, the lady cop comes up and she's like, license and registration. And I was like, oh shit. And I hand it to her and I'm like making a big scene. And she's like, do you know how fast you're going? I said, no, I have no clue because I just spilled mashed potatoes all over me. I have no clue what's going on. This shit like burnt me, and she's just like, what? I was like, yeah, I was holding these mashed potatoes and they fell and spilled all over me. I don't know what's going on. I don't know how fast I was going. And she was like, I was like, I'm late for work. My job's right over there. And she's like, all right, just be careful. Slow down next time. I was like, all right. Oh shit. So it worked. There you go. Stuff that.
Saved by the taters.
Saved by the taters.
Saved by the mashed potatoes.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Tater.
So maybe
That's
maybe next time I'll use the piranha gimmick.
Man, I got these piranhas all over me. I don't know.
Why? How fast we're going? Yes, but we got to get down here to this camp because there's fucking killer piranhas about to eat these children. All right.
I ain't going fast enough. I got to hit 88 miles an hour so I can go back to the future.
You're coming.
I can't go below 60 or I'm going to blow up. You're going to have to just keep going.
Pick a movie like fucking roulette. Yeah, it might end up backfiring and we end up going to the puzzle factory.
Wow. Fucking fish.
Fucking fish.
That's what
Fucking
I'm saying.
fish.
Fucking fish. That was one part. Yeah, like I busted out laughing at that part. We're jumping, but like towards the end when he's in the cop car and they're flying down the road, he fucking switches lanes and almost kills everybody.
Yeah. It's like, whoa, you okay? I'm great. Everybody else is like, oh, I'm traumatic. I'm like PTSD now.
I remember this film vaguely from when I was younger, and I liked it when I was younger. And this is the first time I went back and watched it in a long time.
Oh shit!
And this shit was fucking terrible. I'm sorry, Chuck, but fucking the pacing was slow. I thought the pacing was slow as shit. I was like, just come on, get this going. The acting, fucking, I could give a fuck less about the characters. The only one that I liked in the whole film was Dick Miller. And
I knew you'd say
yeah. And because we all know Joe Dante loves Dick. All right, he puts Dick in all of his films.
It really does.
He really does.
Hey, I think the total is 19.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
he was perfect as like the kind of equal to the mayor in Jaws or whatever.
Yeah.
He was perfect.
Exactly, yeah.
Why are you filming this?
What about the goddamn piranhas?
Yeah, that's the part I was just thinking of. They're eating people, sir.
They're eating the guests. That was the best line in the whole film.
You're eating the guess, sir. He's just so calm about it.
That was totally a Joe Dante fucking quote there. You know, you could see like that was like a little sliver of like going forward into Gremlins and all that shit. Like especially Gremlins too. Like that had the Joe Dante feel to it. Everything else, I was just like, man, this is slow as shit. I don't care about these characters at all. It's not as funny as I thought I was gonna. I remembered. Like I don't know. It just there wasn't. If you go like not the original anyway, I watched the 3DD again, and at least that's entertaining to a degree.
I think that's a really good movie. It really is.
So
really good.
So you got a lot more comedic element in later films, but this first one, like, I don't know, man. What the fuck? I remember Joe Dante saying that whenever he was editing it, he thought it was the worst film ever made. He's like, "Oh, I'm never going to work in this town again."
Well, apparently, fucking like Roger Corman ended up cutting because it was like an X-rated movie, so they ended up cutting a bunch of shit back. And then once they got the actual rating, he put it all back in.
Yeah, they said the MPAA didn't follow up afterwards. They just
apparently he does it with a lot of his older movies. As soon as like he cuts the shit out, he puts it back in before they release it.
Fuck it.
To see if they fucking catch it. If they don't catch it, he's like, fuck it.
Yeah, nowadays you can't pull that, but back in the 70s, I'm sure you could.
Man, you get away with anything back then.
Oh, you gotta watch. You gotta watch all these, Jess.
Double D.
No, yeah. I mean, okay. Like, so who? Okay, so Chad, you said you watched all of them, right?
Yeah.
Dave,
Even
I mean, did you just watch the first one?
I did. I just watched this one. I saw the 3D and 3 Double D like when they came out.
Okay.
I don't remember.
Mike, I mean, how many of these movies have you seen?
I just rewatched the original and the 3DD.
Okay. I went through because I was like, why the fuck not? Because as some of you might know, we weren't on here last week, and then we were supposed to do these movies then. So I was like, I might as well go ahead and get caught up on this. There's not too many of the movies, might as well, I had a lot going on, so I've just been kind of chilling out. And so after I rewatched the original, I put on the sequel, and I totally forgot. I mean, because you also got to think about like all the people that are in these movies. There are so many people that just, I don't know, just like you're kind of like, oh shit, they're in this movie. Lance Henriksen, one of my favorites, as you all know, is in the second one, and he's playing the character you think he would. Now the funny thing is though, is in all these fucking movies there's very like the similarities to Jaws. They're just all over the place. And Lance Henriksen's character could be fucking Roy Schneider's. Yeah, it could be his brother or some shit. Very similar. I never even thought about it. I'm like, man, all right. And I kind of forgot about the second one. I was like, I know I've seen it because I remember when they're all flying out of the water and they're all going with their pitchforks and shit to the water. And they're like, all right, here we go. It's like everybody's warning there's like shit in the water and you're having all your guests go out and whatever.
I should have watched that.
It's a good one. I liked it. There is some shit in there that doesn't make fucking sense.
Yes,
again, a lot of these movies, make, like I won't disagree with that. I'm not saying I'm not saying that Jaws, I'm not saying that Piranha was shot better than Jaws. Jaws is a better movie. It's a better movie. But for me, I prefer Piranha.
You're gonna lose this battle.
I'm not talking shit about Jaws. I just prefer, these. But no, Piranha 2, the swarming,
Spawning,
the spawning, yeah, the spawning. I like this one, and rewatching it, I forgot how much I loved it as a kid. I saw it before I saw the original Piranha.
Is that the one Cameron did?
Yeah.
He directed
it. Was on USA Up All Night or some shit when
I was going to say this is most definitely a USA Up All Night movie for sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The best part of 2 is whenever fucking Hendrickson's kid's out in that fucking little dinghy boat with that chick or whatever, and then he's flying this fucking helicopter, and somehow whenever he finds this kid, he's miraculously by this boat of the chick that's under the water planning the bombs to kill these fucking piranha in this fucking underwater wreck boat bullshit. So fucking Lance just like jumps out of the fucking helicopter so it just does a fucking nosedive into the water and blows up as he swims to the other boat to fucking save his kid. That shit fucking killed me. I was like, what the fuck?
I think it was. Oh my bad, sorry, Mike.
No, it's just real quick. I was going to say that Lance and Jim Cameron said that they almost got killed from one of those propellers flying.
Oh shit! Twilight Zone flashback.
Yeah, no shit.
That's a horrible way to fucking die. Has to be. You're alive.
What's crazy is Piranha is the reason why Spielberg had them do the Twilight Zone.
Oh wow, yeah. Jesus, creepy. But the scene where Lance Henderson's trying to find his kid and he's in the helicopter and he's yelling down at the rich guy that's like, I've been asleep. He's like, don't be an asshole. Pick up the like he's like, don't be an asshole and stay out of the water. Like I don't know. It won me. I immediately was like, oh, I remember I love this fucking movie. Lance is in it. Let's do it. And I don't think it was that bad of a movie. I think in a lot of ways it was probably more entertaining than the first one was.
It sounds like it, actually. I kind of wish I watched the second one.
It was funny just because the fucking fish looked god awful whenever they were flying. Like I felt like I was playing Mario. Like I was like,
I was just thinking that. I was thinking Super Mario 2.
Yeah, I was like, it has to be where they fucking got that idea from.
Yeah, like it's so ridiculous. Like I like the fact that because talking about the original stuff, you're in the top secret government place, and like you see all these jars of stuff, and you see we see the little thing walking on 2 legs and all that shit. And you're kind of like waiting for all that to come back up somewhere in the movie.
And it doesn't.
No.
It was supposed to. It was supposed to. Joe Dante
it was supposed to, yeah.
Yeah, he said that throughout the film you were going to see more of that creature that was walking around, and it was going to grow. And eventually, by the end of the thing, it was going to be like massive creature that was going to like attack the pier or whatever. But they didn't have the budget for it. So,
right.
Maybe I don't know. Maybe it's a good thing. Maybe not. I don't know.
Well, looking into it though, like the budget was $600,000, and it ended up making $16 million worldwide.
No.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, really? Like, I don't remember that fucking movie getting that much buzz back in the day.
Well, this is 78, man.
I know.
We weren't even alive.
I'll see that, but I'm just saying.
True.
So, I mean, it's a total.
I didn't get that kind of buzz.
It's a total fucking Jaws ripoff. It's a 70s flick. It's like the fucking Sharknado movies, that kind of shit. There's always generations that have their spoof films, and it's gonna be a success if you do it the right way.
I was just shocked at like how much I realized I love these movies. I've always loved Piranha. I've always liked them, but rewatching them, I'm just like, holy fuck! Why is it taking me so long to rewatch some of these fucking movies? Like I love them. It's kind of like me in alligator movies. If you give me a movie where there's alligators roaming around like eating people and shit, I'm gonna watch that shit.
I too am shocked at how much you love these films.
You shouldn't be. You really
No,
shouldn't.
actually, I'm not, because I remember I was sitting there watching 3DD, and the part where they're having sex, I was like, that's almost a dick worm fucking brainchild right there.
Yeah, yeah, I thought the same thing when I was watching it. I was like, because it's very, very similar. I had never seen DD.
Mm-hmm.
I'd never seen that one. This is the second or third time I'd seen 3DD.
But I like Double D better just because Elizabeth Shue's in it.
Yeah, I thought it was actually pretty good. Well, I mean, that's 3DD. That's 3DD. That's 3DD.
3 Double D is the one with
no Diddy.
Gianna Michaels.
Shawn Michaels.
What? Gianna Michaels.
Oh, and no one's sexy. Oh no.
Oh God, clip that.
David Hasselhoff.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Gary Busey, fucking Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah, Gary Busey was in. It was in
Ving Rhames.
Double D. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. There's all kinds of people in these fucking movies, man, that just make it even better. And like Ving Rhames, like his character didn't even have fucking legs.
Just dump me in the water. No. Okay, just dump me. No.
See, and all the one thing about these movies is they all follow the same pattern. They all follow the same pattern. In the first one, you had, what's the main guy's name again?
Paul Grogan.
The character's name or the actor's name?
The character's name.
Paul Grogan.
Okay, so Paul Grogan, when he's down in the water and he's trying to turn that thing, where the fuck, like, what happens? She pulls him off and he goes, phew, flying out, right? I think that's the only thing that they think they can do to get away from these fucking things. Because in 3DD, they do the same fucking thing.
She pulls his ass fucking head first through a window.
Oh, yeah, smash.
That part, too.
That would have been great if she just is like fuck this movie.
I knew talking about this movie was going to give Mike a slight aneurysm.
Dude, but the remake's almost exact.
I like a good shitty movie, but I'm struggling here. What the fuck is going on in this film?
Like I think it's just like talking about the original. I think it's just like a good old summer slasher film, just underwater. Jaws had its couple of incidents in the film, and you have that movie is such a masterpiece that there's more to it than it just being a horror film. This movie, I mean, you have death and blood and over and over again.
Did any of those kids die from the camp?
Yeah, because like they're all laid out. Like there's a bunch of them that are laid out and shit. I'm pretty sure. Because
I know one counselor Betsy or whatever. I know she died.
Oh yeah, she got carried the fuck away, didn't she?
Yeah. But I don't know about the kids.
I mean, they all got eaten the fuck up though.
Well, yeah. I mean, you see people laying around.
In real life, it takes piranhas 5 minutes to devour an adult human.
All right.
So if you have piranhas going after small humans, those kids wouldn't even have a fucking chance.
Well, it's fucked up. Like 9 times out of 10, the piranha would just swim the other way if it was a person splashing around in the water.
Yeah.
But not always.
Apparently, they attack less people than sharks actually do.
But I mean, like what? Earlier on, you got the old guy.
I'm not testing that.
You got the old guy that puts his feet in the water, and they get chewed off like almost instantly. You got the guy that's in the canoe with his kid, and it tips over, and he gets eaten instantly. And then all of a sudden, they get down to the camp, and it's like, oh, we're chewing on these kids for 10 minutes, and everybody's fine.
Like, I don't get that. It was like, how couldn't dude pull his legs out the water?
That's what I'm saying.
As soon as I got a little nibble on my toe, my feet are out.
Or even a few. I mean, they'd be all fucked up, but you pull them out.
Right. Like I wouldn't just sit there screaming until I had a little.
I was trying to justify it in my head because I'm like, all these people are getting killed really quick early on, and then everybody else later on is slowly getting devoured and not really dying as much. So I was like, maybe like at the top of the river, they were more condensed into a group, so there was more of them chewing on the people. And then once it got downstream, it was only a few. So maybe, I'm trying to justify this makes sense to me, but fucking, yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think it's a fun movie though.
Hey, look, it's Superman. Go out there and distract him. What if he's gay?
That was a weird conversation, wasn't it? Like, what are they talking about?
It's just out of nowhere. What if he's gay?
Dialogue.
Then I'll distract him.
So weird.
Oh, I did recognize that prison guard too. He's the same prison guard at the beginning of the Goonies. What fucking movie? Yeah, the older prison guard that came in.
Oh, okay.
That she hit over the head with the thing. Who the fuck? The guy camp counselor, the one with the beard.
Yeah.
What fucking movie was he in? He had on a tuxedo.
Oh shit.
I've been thinking about it since I saw that fucking movie, and I cannot think of what movie it was. Like, I can't even picture what it's saying, but I picture him in a tuxedo.
Real quick, you're going to excuse me just for a minute, okay?
Are you going to go find out? Because this has been bugging me for like 2 days.
That's what the Google people were for.
Nope,
The
not
Google
where I'm
people.
going. I'll be a minute.
Okay.
The Google people.
I could picture him. What the fuck was that? Was it Caddyshack too? Like,
I feel like it's something I've seen a couple times.
Shit.
What was the fucking counselor dude's name?
What is his real name? Is Paul Bartle. Actor's name.
What I want to figure out, is fucking.
All right.
I've been trying to find that fucking Jaws game she was playing in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because I want to fucking play that shit. Because that looked terrible. Like, that shit looked bad.
What is that? God damn it. Now it's going to bug me. I got to look it up.
Yeah, he was in Chopping Mall. Munchies.
Oh, Gremlins 2. Duh.
Oh, yeah.
We figured it out. Okay.
Is that that? I don't know if that's it though.
That's the one. I'm pretty sure that's the one I'm thinking of. I think.
No, I don't think that's it.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't work here.
Fuck. I haven't seen him in there.
I don't know. I didn't think this movie was too bad. Like, I've definitely seen worse. I thought it was funny.
This movie.
I laughed. Like, the remake, though, like,
And what did you laugh at? I'm struggling here. Help me out.
I just laugh at the bad dialogue because I'm stupid.
The part with the car when he almost killed everybody, them and everybody on the road.
Like, I'm super simple. Like, stupid shit makes me laugh.
I like stupid shit too, but I was just like, oh, this is.
I mean, it was what it was.
It's not stupid enough.
Yeah, it was what it was. I don't hate it, but I probably won't go back and watch this movie ever again.
No.
Like, the remake, I thought was. I mean, I liked it kind of better just because it looked better, it was filmed better, and William Katt was in it, and a very, very young Mia Kunis was his daughter.
How young?
Too young.
Oh,
what the fuck? Fuck, what is that movie?
You're right. Though. He was in Caddyshack too. I'm pretty sure I'm thinking of Gremlins. I don't think he had a tuxedo on for that.
No, that's why. That's why that wasn't it.
The goddamn tuxedo.
Anyway. So there was a lot of familiar faces in this movie. It's like if you're a horror fan, it's worth seeing just to say that you saw it.
It's no Blood Lake.
Yeah, but no, it's no Blood Lake. It's not that bad. Goddamn.
That Sturdy's not still in here.
What is this? The class struggle in Beverly Hills?
What?
I have no idea what that is.
He's wearing a tux or a suit and a gun. I don't know. Whatever.
The counselors talking about going to a midnight swim. Where the fuck are they?
Oh, it's that part where fucking he's the usher in the movie theater. That part with Hulk Hogan.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's
it.
I think that's what I'm thinking of. You
That's
might be
it.
thinking of
Yeah,
something different.
Nope. You nailed it.
What movie?
Gremlins 2.
Oh,
What was it?
Paul
Gremlins
Bartle, the counselor.
You're right.
We're trying to think what
movie
we
they
knew
know
him from.
It's Gremlins
Okay,
2.
then.
It was that great part where he's working at the movie theater. He's an usher, and he goes to find Hulk Hogan to beat up the gremlins that have taken over the projector.
Oh, okay, yeah.
That was actually in the movie, if you haven't seen.
If you haven't seen Gremlins 2, you're disappointed.
See, now when
I
I
love Gremlins too, though.
that's what I'm saying. It's like when I think like fucking Gremlins 2, Joe Dante, funny, fun, crazy shit. Like this doesn't have that Joe Dante vibe to me. I don't know. Maybe I'm fucked up.
Well, he didn't write it, so I mean,
I know he didn't write it, but I mean directing it. You know,
yeah.
it didn't. Like I said, there was very little that made me feel like. I mean, it's early Dante, obviously, so he's just getting his fucking feet wet. But
Well, he wanted to change some shit, but they wouldn't let him.
I remember they were saying that that Roger Corman actually wanted to take some of the nudity out because like the one scene where they're at the big event and you see like the piranhas chewing people and then the woman's top comes off, the bathing suit top comes off. He wanted that out because he thought the nudity was too distracting from the horror.
Violence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't we have both?
Like whenever Betsy died, they said they had to film that scene 3 times because he just kept adding more and more blood. He kept saying it wasn't bloody enough.
Sex and violence, they both go together so well.
I think they just ran out of budget. That's why there's so many different holes and things feel so fucking contrived and weird. I don't know.
Well, they took a couple $100,000 away to fund Avalanche.
No.
And that was kind of
Avalanche.
funny. It's like we're on a shoestring budget as it is. I mean,
I've
so,
seen that.
well,
The fish.
like, what'd you say? They paid the extras $5 in a box
A
lunch.
box lunch.
Dude, that was like the same shit we got at Zach and Miri. We
Yeah.
got some,
I'll take
got
it.
some
Chick-fil-A.
Nice. Yeah, I'd take it.
He sat in the food court for 8 hours and then filmed for 4 and got some Chick-fil-A.
Nice. Yeah, that was good to me. All right, final thoughts on Piranha.
Love it.
If you guys have more to say.
I try not to think about it. No.
Okay.
No,
What the fuck? Okay, what happened to fucking Grogan? Did I
He
miss
was like
something?
comatose, wasn't he?
yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
He got ate up and then fucking went to the hospital. Game over, man.
But okay, so he saves the day. They get back, and they show him laying there, fucking like out of it, and she just comes over and takes his bottle and dabs a little alcohol on his lip.
Forgot about that part. Yeah.
What kind of? And his daughter's there, just like, hey.
Come back to me.
That's no Avion, honey.
And then they cut to that doctor chick who was talking to the news people, and that's the end of the film. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? What about is this guy dead or is he comatose? What happened?
She's like, if they get past this. I like how she's like, if they this lake's so polluted that the fish are going to die. It's like, then why the fuck we swimming in it?
Yeah. Just pump all kinds of different fucking chemicals in here. This will kill anything. Great.
Yeah. It's like I've been swimming in here all week. I'm gonna fucking grow a 3rd toe.
I keep thinking about the part when she drags him through the window, man. That shit was great.
And you just see his hand pop up and it's all chewed up.
I mean, he's getting like that scene though, like stuff like that, like terrifies me. Being underwater freaks me out as it is, and then the idea of just having all these like sharp little teeth, just getting at you, like think about it, trying to to concentrate. You know what I mean?
What bugged me though is like, why wouldn't he at least take his fucking shirt off? Like you'd figure he could swim a little faster with all these fucking wet clothes slowing him down.
True.
He's fucking jumping in full-fledged fucking flannel.
Him and his flannel. That's
Looking like a goddamn lumberjack.
Hey, he's a mountain man.
I mean, he is. He's a drunken mountain man.
I mean,
Bradford Dillman
Bradford Dillman.
is the actor's name. It was
His
Paul
name
Rogan.
was Bradford Dillman.
Heather Menzies was Maggie. So, I mean, they didn't do too much. I mean, at least Dillman was in a lot of different stuff. You know,
Well, they did a lot of TV acting. They said like this was supposed to be their big break, but it just never went over.
One hell of a big break. You're gonna go big, kid. I tell you, you're gonna be big. You're gonna be up here on the keys.
The only one that really did anything that was in a lot of different horror movies was that Kevin McCarthy guy. He was in all kinds of shit.
but like Heather Menzies was in The Sound of Music. She was one of the Von Trapp kids.
Yeah.
I hate that movie.
Man.
Yep.
The hills of our life.
Skipped that whole week in music class in middle school.
So yeah, you know, I don't know. Definitely, I would say go and watch the sequels, which is an odd statement. It rarely happens.
Okay, so I will say this. Yes, it has a slow start. Like the first 20 minutes of the movie are a little on the slow side, but you also get from the beginning of the movie,
How
like
long are
there's
they?
little chunks of it to where it makes things, you know,
Chunks of flesh.
yeah, that you know kind of keep you on edge a little bit. You know, I mean, from the beginning of it, you get the same kind of feel like you do with the slasher film. You get like the kids that doing things they shouldn't be doing. Next thing you know, they're slaughtered, and I think you know. It keeps with the tropes of the summer slasher films. I think Piranha's a good movie. Is it a great movie? No, not by any means. Again, do I think that it's a better made film than Jaws? No, not at all. Preference wise, I'd rather watch Piranha than Jaws. I just have more fun with it. It's more painful to watch. And
They're on this fucking raft for 43 minutes. 43 minutes into a film that's a fucking hour and 33.
they're not on there for 43 minutes.
Well, not total, but up until 43 minutes into the film.
I will agree. Like I said, that is like that.
Let's see here.
Again, there's a lot of scenes in this fucking movie that don't make a lick of sense. So there's like nobody in this fucking movie has logic. No one ever. Yeah, but I mean, whatever.
Hey, if you like it, man, fucking more power to you.
I mean, like, even movies that I know that have shitty qualities to them, you know, like I still like, and like there's there's a lot of shit in this movie that doesn't make sense, and why are you making that decision? And you know, did you have any kids? Did your parents have any kids that lived? That kind of thing, like because people are just stupid throughout this fucking movie, which is also why you're like, oh, you're dead.
Did they fuck?
Huh?
The
The
This
fish.
movie fucks.
The fish fucked, but did they? Whenever they're, it's implied, I think, right? Did they hooked up?
I would say that they fucked. They just didn't show it.
I think in the book they fucked.
I don't think.
Wait, there's a book to this?
There's some kind of novelization.
Oh shit! I didn't find that. That'd be cool to have. It'd be all right.
Piranha.
Huh?
Let me see if I can pull it
Maybe
up.
we'll get more details in the novel.
The novel.
But no, I yeah, it's goofy. If you're looking for a fucking award-winning film, well, you're not going to get it.
Then watch Jaws.
Right. But if you want to, if you've seen Jaws 1,000 times, then watch Piranha. Because the thing is, when it comes into the sequels, I think the Piranha sequels are much more.
I've seen Jaws a million times, and I can still watch it right now.
I think the Jaws sequels are ridiculous. I think the Piranha sequels are.
Are you kidding me?
Yes. So you have logic to a degree. But
name another franchise. Name another franchise where they have a character named Hoagie. All right.
I'll wait.
You can't. All right. Fucking hoagie.
Like I'm saying though, like the sequels to the Piranha movies make more sense, and they're better than the sequels than the Jaws films. But the original Jaws, I still like Jaws 2 also, and people give that one shit, but I like Jaws 2. But after that, like they're trash.
Yeah, no
and
wonder
like the Piranha films. I think the
Mario
Piranha
Man
films, the sequels get better though.
No wonder fucking Spielberg signed off on them dropping the lawsuit or whatever, because fucking he wasn't directing it. Jaws 2 comes out and he's just like, yeah, fucking let Piranha come out because I don't give a fuck.
Jaws.
He had no interest in coming back to that franchise. He was like, the first one was such a nightmare.
Oh yeah.
I don't think. I think if you're just wanting something kind of fun to have on, Piranha's a good one, or any of the sequels. So and the last two sequels, Double D and 3DD. If you like boobs, if you like blood, if you just like a good movie, I think that the last two are probably your best bet. Those are the best ones of the sequels.
I will say that I had fun watching 3DD.
Yeah,
that was a fun little watch. No,
I think it's a good one. But I always love the original though.
The paperback.
It's a major film.
Oh, sweet. I thought, man, I wonder how much that is to find.
A lot. Like the one
is it really?
Yeah, I just pulled that up and it was selling for like $258.
Oh my god!
Dang.
What? No.
$256.
I can do without having that book.
Start a GoFundMe for fucking Piranha.
It might be one of the earlier editions. So I'm sure you could probably find a paperback for like $20.
Yeah. Gotta be reprints. God damn.
That'd be really interesting to see how they wrote that. It'd be kind of interesting.
I think it's pretty much very very similar to the script, but there were just certain things that they took out because of budget. And
so you're kind of getting the shit that was kind of taken out in the book. And in the books, man, you can explain. You can get a better visual out of a book than you can of a movie.
Yeah, and I wonder if the big monsters at the end of in the book. I don't know.
Yeah, did they ever? They never followed up on the monster, did they?
No,
not even in any of the
sequels. Not in any of the sequels. No,
I just
that probably wasn't the best idea.
You would think that would be the go-to.
I would have had a field day. If you're like, hey,
what the
we need
fuck
a sequel.
What do you think that was?
A little fish man.
Fish man. So he was already walking.
Yeah, I don't understand it. It doesn't make a lick of sense. If they would have just they should have taken that out.
It looked like to me. It looked like the rough draft of the Rancor. I don't know.
Yeah. Again, there's things about this movie, about the original, that aren't the greatest, but I think they're fun. I think all the movies are fun, so I definitely recommend them. But if you're looking for something completely, great,
the original Aquaman,
right?
It was cool seeing the stop motion.
Yeah.
Oh, it's always good seeing stop motion. Yeah.
Let's see here.
Beautiful.
You can't forget Corbett's fucking Galaxy of Terror. That was a good one.
See, doesn't that kind of look like the Rancor with a fin?
Yeah. It
and a tail.
It almost kind of looks, from that angle, it almost looks like the goblin from Cat's Eye. There's one we should do sometime. Remember that one? Cat's Eye?
Yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know, but the whole point of this was for good old Roger Corman.
Yes.
Executive producer on this film.
Celebrating his life.
One of his many cult films. It took a life of its own. Like you said, fucking $660K budget, made over $16 million. It's a good day.
Right. I mean, he used to put movies out fucking every 6-8 months. Like, he was constantly throwing shit out in the fucking 70s and 80s.
Corman was an important person in the film industry for a lot of people. Jack Nicholson, the only time I've ever seen that man fucking cry in an interview was when he was talking about how much Roger Corman meant to him. And Roger Corman is responsible for
a lot of people.
He's responsible for a lot of people, a lot of great films. So I'll just go ahead right now and take this little shot of benchmark here and say Red your glasses to Roger Corman.
Cheers.
Corbin in Dallas.
Multi-pass.
All right,
Reload
so,
Dallas multi-pass.
all right, so 2 fish swim into a concrete wall. The one turns to the other and says, "Damn!"
I love those kind of jokes. I love those. They're so obvious it takes a second to get them. That's funny. That's funny. I like that.
Dad jokes.
Dad joke completely. I feel like my dad told me that years ago. I feel like I've heard it before. It might have been my grandfather. I could actually see him saying something like that. Anyway, it's a good one. It's a good
Well,
one.
are all these movies on Shudder? Are all of them?
No, only the original.
The originals on Shudder. You can watch
Second one
Double
on
D and 3 Double D on Tubi. The second one's on YouTube.
The remakes on there.
Yeah. Yeah.
All over the
Yeah.
place.
They are.
And
all
now the YouTube of the spawning, it's like VHS quality, but
It's
not
a direct.
bad, it's not bad quality. Yeah. So, yeah, I do say that the sequel is pretty good. Lance Hendrickson, man, I'm sorry, it doesn't matter. Lance Hendrickson makes any movie fucking better.
It's funny watching a movie that old with him in it because his voice isn't like
It isn't like this shit.
seriously deep.
Yeah,
You can tell that was before he started smoking more.
yeah.
Or shoving
bamboo
that
stick.
bamboo pulled out of his throat.
The bamboo.
The bamboo.
You're a
Before he
fucking
started
buffalo.
swallowing bamboo.
The one man that when it comes down to like that I've recorded stuff with the voice and everything, Lance Hendrickson is the one that I always tap into. Even with writing and Going to Hell, the Man in Black. That's a young Lance Hendrickson. That's so his big influence on that. So the spawning, I'm gonna probably go back and rewatch that one again here in the next couple of days because I really did enjoy watching it.
I love this little fish picture right here. It's a good shot.
So those fish you'd find at like a fucking
Fishy.
Cracker Barrel or something,
What? What Cracker Barrel are you going to?
It's some piranhas in Kentucky's Cracker Barrel.
That's awesome. I want to order piranha.
Let me get a piranha, please.
No, I mean like they have like the weird knickknacks and shit on the walls. And
Oh, okay. Oh, I got you.
yeah, no.
I thought you meant it was on
Can you eat piranha or I always thought the piranha were like kind of like the roosters, like fish, like they're just too tough. Can you actually eat piranha? Do people eat piranha?
I mean, it's fish, I guess.
How the fuck do you catch those assholes and like just let them flop around for a little while?
A fish bonker.
I think I knew a chick like this.
I knew a chick like that once. That didn't last very long.
Oh,
I said,
damn.
"Ow," and I was like, nope. It's stuck. Ow. Yeah, no.
Well,
Jet
there's
braces.
our movie of the
We'll
week.
talk
It's
about it.
Piranha. But before we get out of here, it's time for our random clip of the week, in which we will fire up the random clip generator
Woo.
and play a random clip from a random movie and just see what happens.
Oh, shit. Button.
Yes.
The shred dude.
Yes.
Does anybody have any idea about who or what this is?
I don't know, but I'll bet I never asked to look for a can opener.
Oh, we should do those sometime, man. Oh,
And-
I don't give a fuck. That first movie's great.
And
Yeah,
next
it's
time
red
I'll
wine.
use mustard. I love Secret of the Ooze, man. I don't give a
I
fuck.
like both of them. I didn't like the third one too much, but like I love both of those though. They're
Super
good.
shred.
The original though, the original, completely.
Except Toga and Razor. Fuck those guys.
I just remember.
Why?
I just
Why?
remember in Secret of the Ooze. I remember when I was in the theater seeing that,
West.
and when Ralph was going around, or not Ralph, but they were trying to find Ralph.
Say Ralph.
They're like, it's too quiet. It's a little too quiet. Hey, it's Ralph. It's a little
Ralph.
too
Ralph.
And you had like
Right
you had
out.
50 other kids around me going, "It's a little too Ralph. It's a little too Ralph. It's a little too
Raph.
Ralph."
It's Raph.
Ralph, whatever the fuck.
His name's Raphael.
Yeah, I know. Shut up. Leave me alone.
Raphael.
A little
Whatever. You get
I'm
the
never
point.
going to be able to
Leave
watch
me
these
alone.
movies the same again. Every time.
Wait, his name's Raph?
Whatever.
His name is
Goddamn point.
Whenever
name
they're all
is-
staying with
Don't
April, she's
make
gonna be
me
like,
go Ed
"Nice
Harris.
to meet you, Ralph."
his name is
You ever seen that Ed Harris convention thing? They're talking about history of violence, and he's like,
I don't think so.
he's talking. They're like, what is? Da, da, da. And he just starts flipping out. He starts throwing. She goes, what is violence? What is violence? He starts like hitting the fucking like table, and he's like, violence. What is violence? And they're like, this is a good time for us to like call it a conclusion.
Yeah,
Whatever.
a little too Ed.
Now we got to pay some bills. So here's this ad.
Oh,
His
fuck.
name is Ralph.
That's fucking Ralph, man. That's fucking vodka, man.
You know him from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Nasty Nation, Graveyard Talk, and the Video Store Clerks Podcast. He is the creator of Stoner Gore, Chuck Nasty. And if you have a craving for extreme horror, the following titles may interest you. Thirsty, Sludge, House of Flesh, Going to Hell, Fresh Kills. All available now in Kindle and paperback, only at Amazon.com.
So there you have it.
Hell yeah. Don't forget about Erotic Gore. Chuck Nasty presents Erotic Gore. That's also out. You can get that right now as well.
Number 2 on the charts, I saw.
It's number 1 now. It's number 1 on the Gothas charts.
Congratulations.
So, yeah. I was number 2 behind Edward Lee for a minute. And ahead of Edward Lee for a minute was Shocking Sojourns, which was an anthology I was a part of. So, it's kind of cool because Edward Lee is a big influence on me. So,
there you go.
It's been a good couple weeks for that shit. So, hell yeah.
Suck it, Edward Lee. There's a new.
And,
there's a new sheriff in town. No, come on. You need to step this shit up. All right?
No, hey, you stop.
Edward-
You stop your shit right now. You shut your whore mouth. You shut your whore mouth right now. Now, Edward Lee is the reason why I got back into writing and got back into reading. So
This
it was nice.
This is the new Godfather, Stoner Gore, Edward Lee. Your time's up. There's a new sheriff in town, and his name's Chuck Nasty.
Yeah. No.
Ralph.
Well, thank you for joining us. We're getting out of here. We're all
Ralph.
Wait a minute. Too long. What are we doing next week?
Next week.
Hold on. I got one more thing to say real quick.
No,
One
tough
more
shit.
thing.
We're moving on.
Hey. Fuck. No. And also, I am officially going to be TBR Con in Knoxville on September 6th and 7th. I'll be sharing a table with Keisto Healy. So come out then and say hi and buy a book or 3.
The mayor of Knox County, Kane, Glenn Jacobs.
Oh, shit. That's right. Yeah. That'd be awesome.
But that just reminded me when I was talking to you before, Dave, about the news. We forgot talked about Bill Moseley fucking going to the hospital.
Getting ran down.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah, hit and run.
So he was down at that convention we were talking about, that Carolina Fear Fest.
Yeah.
And he was like walking into the convention center or something like that, or he was walking somewhere, and this fucking guy on a bicycle came like flying at like 30 miles an hour and hit him and fucking fucked him up. Like he had to go to the hospital, and there was all kinds of shit, wrong with him. But the guy hit him and then took off. It was hit and run. Fucking piece of shit. But now he's better.
If you know the guy that did this to Bill Moseley, by all means, beat his ass. Break his neck, stomp him to the curb. We don't need that kind of shit. Period.
Yeah.
Chop top.
I know a military facility that you can send him to go swimming. Hey,
fuck yeah.
Do you know where fish keep their money?
Where?
Never mind.
in their gill fold.
Is that
Sure.
Cancel.
Wait, no. What? What's the punchline? Tell me the punchline.
In a riverbank.
Gotcha.
Hey, but I thought gill fold was good though. So
That was a good one too. There you go.
Oh fuck.
Woo!
All right, I'm floundering. Go ahead.
What are we doing next week?
Next week, they're here.
Oh shit. Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Leah.
The original.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, I mean, you have to make sure. I would hope did the original.
It's got to be the original.
Gotta be.
Yeah.
So that'll be fun. So join us then next week.
Spielberg movie. Still,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, we're
Toby
kind of
Hooper. Toby Hooper. Toby Hooper.
Kind of, sort of.
Mhm.
Kind of sort of.
We'll talk.
Kind of,
about
sort of. So that's next week, Tuesday, 10 p.m. Eastern. Join us then. We are your video store clerks, the 4 horsemen of the video store, taking care of horseman business. Good night, everybody. We're out.
Go in the water. Smile, you son of a bitch.